Apple appears to be changing tactics in its long-rumored crack at the living room. The Wall Street Journal cites sources who say Apple's in talks with some of the biggest U.S. cable operators. Apple is reportedly proposing a model in which consumers get live TV and other content through an Apple-designed set-top box. CNET editor Brian Cooley explains on CBS This Morning. It would be the existing Apple TV plugged into your cable provider.
Kind of a mashup, if you will. That, to me, is kind of the minimum of this vision. I think the bigger idea is for them to take their box and turn it into one that gets everything via the internet.
This is a different play for Apple, which made similar headlines earlier this year when it was considering licensing content itself and effectively becoming a provider. And All Things D says aligning with providers isn't as much of a sea change in the television market. If Apple really wanted to change the way people watch TV, it would change the way people paid for TV, and that would involve setting up new arrangements with the people who make TV content. MG Siegler writes at TechCrunch, cable operators or content creators, it doesn't matter. Apple's working whatever angles it has to get at content, just as it has and will in the future. This should surprise absolutely no one. Apple has been talking to these guys for years, and they'll keep talking to them right up until they debut whatever it is they're going to debut. And VentureBeat says providers are hesitant because Apple has a habit of taking over the markets it gets into. Look at what the iPod did to MP3 players, for example. And Apple wants too much from the deal. It takes a 30% cut on content that moves through its devices. How far Apple and providers have progressed in their discussions is unknown. Apple, meanwhile, has declined to comment on, quote, rumors and speculation. For Newsy, I'm Lauren Zima. Multiple sources, The Real Story.